Well, bright and early good morning to you. Got up at sunrise, got a busy day, and I was excited to share this truck with you. So this is a 1975 Toyota Land Cruiser FJ40 that has been recycled, upcycled, revolutionized into Icon FJ40 number 166. This truck is a really good example of, if you get creative with our configurator on the website, you can come up with some really unique and interesting design packages. So this truck is built in our old school design package, but the color and material palette that the client put together is really unlike any we've done before, and everyone's loving it at the shop. It came out super cool. So the body is our sand tan powder coated finish. That is, of course, on a 5052 H32 unannealed aluminum body. The underside of the body is coated in a heat-cured polyurea, as are the inside floors. That's all standard stuff. The trim on the vehicle went with the powder coat finish that we've used on, I think we used it once before on an old school Bronco, but instead of the silver traditional trim, this keeps this kind of earth brown gray tan tonality. So the mirrors and the bumpers, front light assemblies, all of that are in this cool dark brown finish, and it's got a moderate texture to it as in the body finish. And then the soft top, the client configured with this chocolate brown canvas. So it's just, I don't know, something kind of retro but timeless and modern but vintage, and it just came together really pretty. I like it. On the inside, he chose this beautiful custom chocolate leather. It's got wonderful fat marbling and surface character. It's an oil tanned leather, so it's got a bit of pull up, but all those surface scratches because of the impregnated oil, you can kind of scuff and buff and party on, and over time it's going to develop just a magical patina. It's going to be really cool. That custom exterior powder coat color on the trim comes all the way through the interior as well. So all of the dash panels, as far as the glove box, gauge panel, the door mat pockets, the seat frames, the center console, all follow up in that same finish. We don't have seat heaters. We do have the rear jump seats. We have the old school pedals. Oh, by the way, with the pedals, something fun that we just released about a week ago. I'm into leathercraft, so if you follow us on Instagram, you probably know that. Like, it's my nights and weekends psychotherapy hobby. Like, I made this jacket, I made my watch strap, I made my belt, total geek. But I always thought it would be kind of cool, so we went ahead and did it. We're doing the original FJ40 brake and clutch pedals reinterpreted as a belt buckle. So these are made here in Los Angeles. They're lost wax cast, so totally hand poured and handcrafted, and then have this really cool patina finish. We offer them in either what's called German silver, which is a fancy way of saying high nickel content brass, looking silver-ish, and then traditional yellow brass as well, both with that patina finish. You can buy the buckles only, or you can opt to have a custom belt, and I assure you I've geeked out on the belt. The leather comes from a special belting tannery in Germany, and my sons and I craft those at night, so every day we get new orders at night, go home and start crafting away and knock them out. You can find those on our Instagram shop, or on the good old-fashioned website store area, or on the Facebook store as well. So back to this truck. These went with the standard old school pedals, which is cool. We have the elevated audio with that Pioneer, so that means it has the amp and the bass, the focal K2 speakers, so just a little bit crisper, more definition and isolation between the different speaker tonal ranges. Works out well. We have the new Warren winch, super strong, 10,000 pound. It's burly. Fortunately for us, it has the same physical footprint as the winch we were using before, so we didn't have to redesign our bumpers. That's lovely. Then has a synthetic lead. It has the full recovery gear bag with goodies in it from ARB and top suppliers in that world. Of course, the powertrain is the just boom boom wonderful LS3. So that's aluminum fuel injected. That is sending power through to the wonderful Asen Warner AX15 5-speed manual transmission, which in turn is sending power through to the Atlas 2 part-time 4-wheel drive 2-speed shift on the fly transfer case. Further down the drivetrain line, power ends up at the axles, which are Dynatrac assemblies. We have a Pro-Rock high pinion Dana 44 based architecture in the front and a Dana 60 high pinion Pro-Rock in the rear, all new down to the castings. The center of those diffs, you will find the optional ARB locking front and rear differentials with dedicated air compressor, and on the outboard ends of those axles, of course, you will find my beloved Brembo Icon Sport brakes. So those are 6-piston front, 4-piston rear, dedicated mechanical parking brake, hydro boost assisted, just tons of brakes. Brakes are good, you can never have enough brakes. We have a sport suspension, so that has 2 rates of tunability. You tune from the remote canisters. Those are Fox Racing nitrogen charged shocks, 2.5-inch bodies, 12-inch travel. And then we're running Eibach coils and front and rear sway bars. No leaf springs. If I had to pick the single element that truly elevates and transitions an Icon into an Icon, it is our coil suspension, because it's one of the rare engineering opportunities that one can have where you don't increase on-road comfort without sacrificing off-road capability. We literally expanded the capability of the vehicle to both extremes and made the ride like night and day better. Oh, old school wheels, powder coated in that same cool dark brown. We're running Yokohama Geolander mud terrain tires. Unfortunately, our buddies at Michelin are dealing with supply chain issues, and there's a massive back order on our beloved BFG all-terrain. So this is a nice tire in the interim. I still prefer my BFG, though, I must admit. That's probably enough. As always, let me take a second to thank you for following my brand, for subscribing to my channel, for keeping up with all our antics. If you don't already subscribe, please do. And there's all sorts of good fun happening on our Instagram page. So if you're not there, come on over and join the party. Be good or be good at it. I'll see you on the next one.